Hi everyone, Sherry from Granny's Sewing Room, stopping in to say hi and to show you what I got at Hobby Lobby yesterday. I went in there not needing anything and I managed to buy something. So I'm hoping to sew my grandbaby some pajamas. Let's see if you can see it. I don't know if I'm going to make her the pants or the little nightgown. But she likes Granny's chickens, so I got some flannel fabric, and it has chickens on it. She loves animals, but it has chickens on it, so I thought I'd make her a little nightgown or some warm jammies. And her next favorite thing is dinosaurs. So I'm going to just make her a pillowcase for Halloween with dinosaurs on it. Because she loves some dinosaurs. I'll put a picture in of a big dinosaur stuffed animal. She loves stuffed animals too, that I got her.
I hope. Oh my gosh.
Do you like it?
Yeah. Dinosaur.
Is it big enough?
Yeah. Sort of big.
Yeah. You gonna sleep with that one?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's cold.
It's on the table, honey. Where do you want your coat?
You can't stick him in your coat. What's his name?
What's his name?
T-Rex.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
You want your coat back on?
So that's what I bought yesterday, and that wasn't much, but $20 of not much. It adds up fast, doesn't it? But has anyone told you you're special today? If not, let me be the first, because you are in God's eyes. So I'll probably throw a few more videos, inserts in this video and kind of show you what I'm up to. Now I was getting ready to press my seam allowances toward the background fabric of the triangles I just cut out. And as you cut out the triangles with the strip unit, first of all, I'll insert a video and show you that the strip units don't even, or the Jellyroll, is not even a 2.5 inch strip. So I'm getting ready to, and I knew this when I was sewing them, and I cut them out with the strip ruler from Cozy Quilt. But these, this Jellyroll, they're 2.5 inch strips I bought. I measured them, and you're supposed to sew, because see the, boy, you can't see my finger. Where is it? See the fringe? From watching Donna Jordan, she says to sew on the inside of that, which I did. So here is, and I'm measuring. This is my 4th inch seam. Let me put it on there. So if I measure on the outside, I'm over it. If I measure right up on it, I'm on the inside of that fringe. So I did my 4th inch seam. But then I go to measure these 2.5 inch strips. And do you know they're really not 2.5 inches? Sorry, the battery died. But okay, so I am going to measure the strip. Trying to stay in. From tip to tip, it's not even 2.5 inches. I didn't measure them, just assuming. But look at that. Here's the 2.5 right here. So these strip sets are not 2.5 inches. So I went ahead and cut them, even though I thought, oh, I'll be able to smidge that in there. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. So from tip to tip, they're not 2.5 inches. What are they? 2 3/4, or there's a quarter. I don't know, but it's kind of frustrating. So as I open these up, this is why I didn't think it would matter. I thought it was going to be out here, and we're going to cut this off anyway. But this has to line up with one of my large, oh, wrong one, hang on. Okay, so it has to line up with one of the large triangles. And what you do is you get the center right in the middle of this. And you cut off some anyway. But when I go to line them up, you can see I've got to sew in a lot more than 1/4 inch to get it to line up here on the edge. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm really frustrated. But then you put the triangle ruler on and you do cut off some, but you don't cut off any down here. So I guess if I would have placed them where the points here matched instead of down here, I would have been okay, but I don't know. Now I got to think this through, but that's kind of frustrating. These strips are not 2.5 inch strips like they advertise. They just aren't. From tip to tip, they still aren't 2.5 inches. Let's see if this one is. Tip to tip. Tip to tip. Do you see where it lands? Here's the 2.5 inches right there. There's the mark for 2.5 inches. I'm going to check out my other strips I just bought from, oh boy, I had that for a while too. I don't know where I bought it. Midnight Poppies. I'm going to measure them before I start cutting out. I've already sewed the strips together, and so I'm going to measure them. But I got a jelly roll coming from Jordan Fabrics, and anxious to see what they measure out as. So I'm frustrated right now. So I'm going to leave this for a time being until my brain can figure out how to, I'm not going to pick all these out again. I don't care if I have to make smaller triangles and wind patterns or windmills, whatever they are. I don't care, but I am not cutting all these out. Now look at this tip. This tip fit pretty good. And I can't see where my sewing is any different on any of these. You know, I stayed pretty close with the way it should have been. I don't know. But I'm frustrated. So has any of you ever got frustrated with the quilt like that? It seems like I do a lot. So, but I'm going to just leave it down for a minute. After the stressful day, my sister's doing well, thank you. She got released from the hospital around 6:15, 6:30 last night, and I can't drive in the dark, so that put me in a panic attack thinking I was going to be stuck in the dark because I can't see driving at night. And we still had to get her medication, so I thought I'd try to run and get her medication before we ran and picked her up. And then the medication wasn't ready. It'd be 35 minutes, so she would be sitting there waiting for us for half an hour. So didn't get her medication. She did have some of the pain pills already at home, so, and we'll get the medication today for, or she'll get it, they'll deliver it. But yeah, she seemed to go through it pretty well. She was well alert and looked good, you know, a lot of pain. And she had pinched nerves in her back, and they had in a herniated disc, so they had to remove something on that. They had to remove a bone in order to get to the sections where they needed to work and to move the nerves out of the way from being compressed and pinched. And they told me they had 3 areas that they had to work on. So she's got a little scar, probably about so big, and she's going to be in pain. They told her to act like a log for the next few days, but she is to get up and walk 3 times a day, the length of her house or the lap of her house, and just get up and move every hour to go to the bathroom so she don't develop blood clots or pneumonia. And but otherwise she's doing pretty good. I haven't talked to her yet today because I'm sure she had a restless night, and if she's sleeping, I don't want to wake her up. She'll call me. But she went well, and I thank everybody for their prayers. Susie, thank you. You did comment that you would pray, so thank you very much. Let's see what else. She's a smoker, so she needed a cigarette right after she got out. But the nurses just get you in the car and whisk you away, and so she had to wait till she got home in order to get that cigarette because I don't smoke and there's no smoking in my car. So I'm sure that was nerve-wracking for her too. You know, I can't imagine knowing what it's like to have to smoke and need that cigarette. But I know I've got enough family members to know it's a very hard addiction. I don't want to live without my coffee. And if I do, I get a headache. So I'm sure she was going to have a headache coming on pretty soon there. So, but she's doing very good. And I want to thank everybody for their prayers. I'm going to work on this a little bit or get my mind wrapped around what I need to do and try to figure out, you know, the next step, because I'm not picking all these out. I mean, there is a stack of them. And I used a little stitch because you're going to cut into it. And there just isn't no way I want to cut, pick all these out and resew them. There just no way. So this is how they're supposed to look. So I might have to cut this down because these might have to be cut, you know, smaller pieces. So we'll see. But I'll let you know how that works out for me and what I'm doing. And my chickens laid 3 eggs so far this morning. 2 I found in the coop. I had to clean the coop out today. And there was 2 soft-shelled eggs on the floor of the coop. So I took them out. I don't know if those were today's eggs or last night's eggs or yesterday's eggs because I didn't get into the coop to clean it out yesterday. I wasn't home. And but you know, they know, these chickens are smart. They know not to lay them soft shell eggs in their nesting box because they don't want their nesting box dirty. They don't pooty in the nesting box. They keep it fairly clean. And so animals are pretty smart. So my dog that sleeps on the couch over there, I was gone all day, and I tried to let her out before I left, and I let my husband let her out before he went to work. She's 13 years old, so she's pretty old, but that dog's pretty smart too because she had to go to the bathroom. And number 2, which is not fun, but she went in a place to hide it from me. When my niece and I walked in, we thought, dang, what's that smell? You could really smell dog. We didn't know it was Pootie, but yeah, she went and sat on the top step going downstairs to my sewing room, the top step, and pooped right there. And I tried to hide that from me. That dog is pretty smart. So she also, she doesn't like my chickens, but she leaves them alone. She tolerates them. But where I used to have them in the coop when they were smaller, and then I'd let them out to get grass and free range, she would poop right in a straight line where I walked to them chickens. So I don't know if she was trying to get me to walk in it or the chickens to walk in it, but she would just go to the bathroom right in a straight line. And I told my husband, she knows what she's doing because I moved my chickens to this new coop, and she hasn't gone to the bathroom there since then. So she's jealous of the chickens. She doesn't like them. So animals are very smart. So that's my animal update. Let's see. But I will try to maybe get back with you. But in case I don't, you guys have a great day, a blessed day. Be creative today. Do something you enjoy doing. And God bless all of you. Bye. Bye, you guys.